Panama's economy is one of the most dynamic economies of the Americas. President Martin Torrijos and his government are committed to promote a financial, social, and trade policy oriented to promote Panama's many assets and increase foreign investments to fuel the growth of this major player in world commerce. Already many new ventures have taken advantage of our geographic position, fiscal incentives, and friendly business programs and are complementing the Panama Canal. The canal in itself is the cornerstone of Panama's economy, serving 120 maritime routes and over 80 countries. All major shipping companies of the world use the canal and thus make it an indispensable tool of world trade. Today, however, Panama is much more than a canal. The Colon Free Zone is the largest in the Americas and a major center for storage and redistribution of containers and merchandise. Close to $12 billion in trade is made here every year. The finest labels and most prestigious brands are present in the Colon Free Zone. A newly inaugurated special economic area in the old U.S. Air Force Base at Howard on the Pacific side was created to produce high-end technology hardware and services. Our new international airport has been upgraded to serve the large Panamanian flag fleet of Copa Airlines that has also taken advantage of our location at the heart of the continent and created the hub of the Americas. With records for service and punctuality, Copa Airlines proudly serves over 35 cities in 21 countries with the newest fleet of aircraft in the Americas. Also, in Panama's comfortable airport, travelers in transit are not subject to customs or immigration and are served cordially and expediently while in transit through the hub. Our prestigious International Financial Center is another advantage offered by Panama. Over 70 international banks make our banking center one of the pillars of the Panamanian economy. Using the U.S. dollar as the local legal tender has given security and stability to the country and has kept the rate of inflation under 2%. Ready cash reserves of over $40 billion fuel local and international businesses. Panama's skyline has been transformed in the past 30 years by these banks and the real estate projects they finance. 5 fiber optic cable main lines cross the isthmus, giving Panama excellent communications and world-class telephone and internet services. International Living has rated Panama #1 to retire for its quality of life, security, health services, and value for your money. Our unspoiled natural environment and warm tropical climate has become another reason for retirees to unleash a veritable land rush in the past few years, sending real estate prices soaring as many new commercial and residential projects and communities are being built all over the isthmus. The cool Chiriquí highlands in particular have become a favorite destination, and the town of Boquete now has 0% unemployment because of this land rush. To top it all off, our tourism sector is poised now to become a major player in this bustling economy, as the most prestigious hotel chains of the world are already here and planning more projects in the far-off reaches of our amazing natural environment. The Smithsonian Institution and Audubon Society praise Panama as a treasure trove of wildlife. Our reefs and forests are some of the best preserved in the world and are now being discovered by millions of tourists and investors. Panama has become much, much more than a canal.
The Panama Canal is the shortest path between the Atlantic and the Pacific Oceans in the entire continent of the Americas. It is a waterway that serves the world trade and transportation industries. For 85 years, it was administered by the United States of America, and now is successfully operated by the Republic of Panama since December 31st, 1999. The Isthmus of Panama lies between Central and South America. In 1513, Vasco Núñez de Balboa crossed it and discovered that it was only a narrow strip of land separating two oceans. Years later, in 1534, Emperor Charles V of Spain proposed the building of a passageway that would join these two bodies of water. Under the direction of Count Ferdinand De Lesseps, the French were the first to undertake the enormous project. Starting in 1888, they toiled for 20 years, but were overcome by tropical diseases and financial troubles. Subsequently, in 1903, Panama and the United States entered into a treaty whereby the United States would build and administer a locks canal. The Panama Canal opened on August 15, 1914, with the transit of the steamship Ancon. It takes a ship approximately 8 hours to make an 80-kilometer transit between the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans through the Panama Canal. The Panama Canal has a system of locks consisting of water chambers equipped with entry and exit gates. Its 3 sets of locks have 2 water lanes each, where ships are lifted 26 meters from the level of the Atlantic Ocean to Gatun Lake. Ships then cross the Continental Divide and are lowered to sea level on the Pacific side of the isthmus. The water stored in Gatun Lake is used for this purpose. Starting from the Pacific side at Miraflores Locks, a ship is raised 2 levels to Miraflores Lake, 16.5 meters above sea level. It then arrives at Pedro Miguel, where there is only 1 lock or chamber that raises the ship an additional 9 meters. The Torrijos Charter Treaties were signed, abolishing the canal zone and providing for a growing participation of Panamanians in the administration of the canal and the eventual transfer of the canal to the Republic of Panama. The canal expansion program consists of the construction of 2 locks, one on the Pacific side next to the current locks and another lock on the Atlantic side. The location of the new locks will take advantage of excavations made by the United States in 1939 for a 3rd set of locks. The new system will have water reutilization basins, a feature the existing lock system does not have. The new locks will be 55 meters wide by 426.8 meters long and will allow the transit of ships carrying twice the volume of cargo currently being moved through the Panama Canal. The new lock gates shall be rolling type, different from the existing lock gates, which will facilitate their maintenance. Instead of locomotives, tugboats will be used to assist transiting ships. The canal expansion program also includes the excavation of channels that will provide access to the new locks, as well as the widening and deepening of the existing navigation channels. With the expansion of the Panama Canal, Panama will be taking an important step that will encourage the development of all sectors of its population. In this matter, the Panama Canal will continue to be a symbol of pride for all the countries of the world, and especially for the people of Panama.